Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on a figure I just got today off Amazon. This figure is Marvel Boy. This guy looks pretty cool. I wanted him because he had cool guns, and overall he just looked pretty cool. I do not like his face very much, but otherwise he's still pretty good. So let's get into the review. Starting off with the box, on the front, we have Marvel right here, Marvel Boy up here, his picture of him, his guns and stuff. Then, on flipping to the side, it says Build-A-Figure up here. This Build-A-Figure is Totally Awesome Hulk. Comes with, so figure I have right now is number 4, Marvel Boy, and he comes with the arm right here. And, here's all the other figures in the wave. This is like the MCU wave, that came out 2023. I don't really need any of the MCU figures, because I don't really collect MCU. And then here is the Build-A-Figure piece. It's just, his left arm and his left fist, and the other hand he comes with, and there's 2 guns, and the picture of him. It says Marvel Boy up here. And then flipping up to the other side, there's some cool comic book art of him jumping off of or jumping out of a window in a building. And then there's Marvel Legends down here. That's pretty much it for the box. Actually, there is a top Marvel up there. Bottom's just plastic-free packaging stuff. I actually do like the plastic-free packaging a lot more than the normal packaging. I'm sad that they're going back to the normal packaging, but it's what most people wanted, so it's okay. So let's get into the actual figure. Okay, so out of the box, we have Marvel Boy out. So first, before we take a look at him, I'm going to take a look at the Build-A-Figure pieces. So here is the Hulk, the Totally Awesome Hulk, left arm, whatever. I don't really care for this. It's just a Build-A-Figure arm. I usually don't complete, like, the waves, so it doesn't really matter. Like, the Build-A-Figure pieces don't really matter. This is reused because it is not pinless. It's probably from the Ragnarok Thor, or not Thor, Hulk. The Soldier Hulk or whatever. I forgot his name. But it's pretty cool. I like the texture on the arm. I don't know if you can see that right there, but there is texture on there. And then his fist that he comes with is the same. So that's it for the fist. So now let's take a look at his accessories before we get into him. So starting off with accessories, these are his only accessories. So you have his left wait, let me see. No, his right pistol. Pistol does have like a fist guard. Has a trigger. It's like a weird gun. I don't know. It's weird. But they're fine. And then here's the other gun. Same thing, but just mirrored. Let me show you that. Right here. So, yeah, that is it for his accessories. So now let's get into him. So, here he is right here. But starting off with detail, take a look at that. Starting off at his head, we have his face. His face expression is really weird. I don't know why they put him like that. There's a bit of a gap between his hair and his head. I don't really like that, but on the camera you can really see it, but off the camera you can't really see that. I don't think it's with everyone's figure. This one isn't very popular. I don't think many people were going to buy him, but he looked pretty cool on Amazon, so I wanted him. Plus, he is also reused because he doesn't have pinless joints. As you can see, he is reused, I think, from like a Spider-Man. But yeah, going down to the shoulders, he has like these like diamonds with circles in it, and then he has like the white stripe down it on the back. There's no stripe, but on his like legs there is. I don't know why it's like that. going down to the bottom, or going down to his belt. His belt does hide the torso, or the torso articulation down here if you put it over, but you cannot articulate it very well with it on. And then there's the big stripe going down all the way down to his almost his knees, and then down at his shins we have green stripes going down to his toes. And yeah, I forgot to include his arms, but on his arms he has green stripes and a white glove with the same kind of golden red thing that he's had all over. It's like on his belt, the back of his hands, and his gloves, or not his gloves, his guns right here. So yeah, that is it for detail. Let's get into articulation. I did just pull this out of the package, so he is really stiff right now. So starting off at the head, he does look up that far, looks down that far. There's not really much tilt, and you can swivel all the way around. And then there is a butterfly joint that goes really far back, actually. Look at that. That is really far back. And then pretty far forward, too. These are really good butterfly joints. Because he can do like a... Look at that. His elbows are almost fully back. He looks so weird right now. Going back down to the arms, you can lift his arms up that far. Swivel them all the way around. And then there is a bicep swivel. It is so stiff right now, the butterfly joints kind of get in the way of it, but you still can swivel it if you hold his shoulder. And then double hinged elbow, not pinless. I'm not very happy about that, but it's fine. And then there is an up and down trigger hand, and then up and down on this other hand too. And then there on the torso there's hinge forward and back, and then swivel all the way around. And then going down to the legs, he can lift his leg up that far, not very far back, just like other figures though. I mean, he can go actually that far out, but his leg goes out like that. And then there is a swivel at the upper leg, and then there is double hinged knee joint that goes up. He can kick his butt. And then he has a swivel at the shin, or below his knee. And there is a hinge and rocker at the ankle. So that is it for articulation. So now let's get into my final thoughts of this figure. So let me put his guns. His hands are actually pretty good for holding his guns. They're pretty like gummy. You don't really need stiff hands for anyone that holds guns. Like all the G.I. Joe figures are very stiff to hold. But most of the Marvel Legends are good to hold their guns, and pistols and stuff, or knives. But G.I. Joes are really hard to put in. So let me get this gun. This one is pretty easy to put in. So let me get it into a good pose. These do kind of point like out like that, so you have to like tilt him a little. So I wish it would stay straight. Like I wish we had a in and out hinge on the hand, or like another replacement hand for that, because you kind of need to do that, like bend the hand out a little, like with Corsair. You need to have like the up and down trigger hand to hold it so the pistol's straight, because it's like curved, like it's like a pirate gun. But with this one, we need like an in and out hinge, or like replacement hands, like for people that want that. And it did not come with any extra hands either. So overall, this figure gets an 8 out of 10. he came with limited accessories, only his 2 guns, and he is not pinless. If he was pinless and came with some extra hands, then he would have been a 9.5 or 10 out of 10. Also, the face sculpt is not very good for me. I don't really like it. But yeah, that's pretty much it that's bad about the figure. Everything else is great. He looks really good. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about him. But before we end the video, let me get some comparisons in. I forgot to do that. Let me get him into a neutral pose. Okay, so let me set him over here. So first, we have the standard Marvel Legends body. He is a little shorter than Vulcan. Vulcan is a pretty tall figure, though. He is almost 7 inches tall. So, yeah. Let me set him off to the side. And let me get another figure that shoots guns. Pretty much every figure does, but this guy's main weapon is his gun. And, yeah. So, here is, what's his name? I forgot his name. He is a sniper guy, though. His hands are way too gummy to hold the snipers because, they just don't stay in place and the sniper gun falls out really easily. But here he is next to this guy. This guy is also, not pinless, so he's pretty similar. He's pretty similar in height. The sniper guy is a little bit taller. Actually, no. Marvel Boy is a little taller, like barely. I think these guys are around 6 inches tall, because Vulcan is pretty tall. Let me get a ruler. Okay, so right now we have the ruler. He is, let me see. He is almost 6 inches tall. Let me raise him up because it's not, so he actually is over 6 inches tall. He's almost 6.5, but not quite. I don't know if you can see that, but he is almost 6 inches tall, 6.8 inches, I think. But yeah, overall, this guy's a great figure. I really recommend him, just like my other figures that I get. And yeah, so thanks. If you made it to this point of the video, thanks for watching. And help support the channel by subscribing, leaving a comment, or sharing, or liking. If you made it to this point of the video, thanks for watching, and bye, guys.